Can you guys help me open with a moment of silence for the addicts who suffer in and out of the program, followed by the serenity prayer? Prayer. God, grant us serenity to accept the things we cannot change, courage to change the things we can, and wisdom to know the difference just for the day. So I am an addict named Craig. I live in the Free State region, and that's in Maryland. And first of all, I want to say just welcome to all of you being here tonight. This is day 3 of a great event that we had, and you guys just got, just clap your hands, man. It's been a great 3 days, a lot of work, and just thank you guys. And that's for everyone, not just the people behind the scenes, but that's from everyone that's been here during these 3 days, and particularly you guys here. And I wanted to say, I've had a lot of service commitments and served with a lot of people during the years, and I'm still serving with people. And this experience with this group of individuals has been one of the most pleasurable, just great time with this group of people. So I want to say that because the people that help put on this event are volunteers and members from each of the zones in the United States. There are 8 zones in the United States, if you're not aware of that stretch from coast to coast, north, south, east, west. And we've come together over the past couple of months to put this event on for you, for our members, and to help us carry our message and to socialize together and to have time to share information and awareness and communications. And it's not, like I've said, communications is not just it's not just a one-time event. It's a process. It goes on and on and on. So we're just happy that we had an opportunity over these 3 days to help a little bit with that and to further our primary purpose and to pursue our vision just that much more. So I want to thank all of those people. I'm not even going to call your names out because I'm liable to miss someone's name, but you know who I'm talking to. Thank you, thank you, thank you for allowing me to be a part of this and to experience whatever I experienced with you guys again. And yeah, we're going to do this again at some point. So, all right, all of that being said, this is tonight's speaker meeting. To close up, we thought we started this event with the premise of our gratitude speaks, and we want to share and care with others the NA way. And so we started with an open mic on Thursday, and people just jumped in and shared gratitude and what it meant. We thought it was also important to end with that as well. So we have 4 dynamite speakers tonight for your enjoyment. These are just some announcements that you guys have seen throughout the week. This is not a fundraising event. We're happy to be here and happy to have a good time. If you've been inspired in some way to contribute and invest in our vision, you can do that through your home group or your area. And when I say invest and contribute, I'm not putting a dollar sign on it. It's not about a financial contribution or investment. That's part of it, but that is not nowhere near the whole part of that. It's about spirit and getting involved and contributing, and whether it's your time and effort and your spirit and your heart. So if you so feel inspired, your home group and area needs you. And we have, I'm not sure if we have multiple language groups tonight, but if we did, we would ask everyone to slow down, pause for a couple of seconds. This event is being live streamed. If you are concerned about your personal anonymity, you can turn your video off. The bottom URL is where this event is being live streamed to. So let's get this show on the way. Stacy, would you please read who is an addict? That would be Stacy R, if someone could.
Hi, everyone. I'm Stacy. I'm an addict.
Hey, Stacey.
Who is an addict? Most of us do not have to think twice about this question. We know. Our whole life and thinking was centered in drugs in one form or another, the getting and using and finding ways and means to get more. We live to use and use to live. Very simply, an addict is a man or woman whose life is controlled by drugs. We are people in the grip of a continuing and progressive illness whose ends are always the same: jails, institutions, and death.
Thank you, Stacy. Next is Claudia from Chicago. You still out there, Claudia? Can someone unmute her, please, if she is?
We did. Sorry. I thought I did. I was reading. I didn't even notice. Hi, I'm Claudia. I'm a grateful recovering addict.
Hey, Claudia.
What is the Narcotics Anonymous program? NA is the nonprofit fellowship or society of men and women for whom drugs have become a major problem. We are recovering addicts who meet regularly to help each other stay clean. This is a program of complete abstinence from all drugs. There is only one requirement for membership: the desire to stop using. We suggest that you keep an open mind and give yourself a break. Our program is a set of principles written so simply that we can follow them in our daily lives. The most important thing about them is that they work. There are no strings attached to NA. We're not affiliated with any other organizations. We have no initiation fees or dues, no pledges to sign, no promises to make to anyone. We're not connected with any political, religious, or law enforcement groups and are under no surveillance at any time. Anyone may join us regardless of age, race, sexual identity, creed, religion, or lack of religion. We are not interested in what or how much you used or who your connections were, what you have done in the past, how much or how little you have, but only in what you want to do about your problem and how we can help. The newcomer is the most important person at any meeting because we can only keep what we have by giving it away. We have learned from our group experience that those who keep coming to our meetings regularly stay clean. Thank you for letting me be of service.
Oh, thank you for your service today, always. Our own Gail.
Hi, everybody. My name's Gail, and I'm an addict from Cheyenne,
Hey.
Wyoming. Why are we here? Before coming to the Fellowship of NA, we could not manage our own lives. We could not live and enjoy life as other people do. We had to have something different, and we thought we'd found it in drugs. We placed our use ahead of the welfare of our families, our wives, husbands, and our children. We had to have drugs at all costs. We did many people great harm, but most of all, we harmed ourselves. Through our inability to accept personal responsibilities, we were actually creating our own problems. We seemed to be incapable of facing life on its own terms. Most of us realized that in our addiction, we were slowly committing suicide, but addiction is such a cunning enemy of life that we had lost the power to do anything about it. Many of us ended up in jail or sought help through medicine, religion, and psychiatry. None of these methods was sufficient for us. Our disease always resurfaced or continued to progress until in desperation, we sought help from each other in Narcotics Anonymous. After coming to NA, we realized we were sick people. We suffered from a disease from which there is no known cure. It can, however, be arrested at some point, and recovery is impossible. Thank you.
Thank you, Gail. Chris R. And that's Chris with a K.
I'm an addict. My name is Chris. If you want
Hey,
what we
Chris.
have to offer and are willing to make the effort to get it, then you're ready to take certain steps. These are the principles that made our recovery possible. 1, we admitted that we were powerless over our addiction, that our lives had become unmanageable. 2, we came to believe that a power greater than ourselves could restore us to sanity. 3, we made the decision to turn our will and our lives over to the care of God as we understood him. 4, we made a searching and fearless moral inventory of ourselves. 5, we admitted to God, to ourselves, and to another human being the exact nature of our wrongs. 6, we're entirely ready to have God remove all these defects of character. 7, we humbly ask him to remove our shortcomings. 8, on the next slide, we made a list of all people we have harmed and became willing to make amends to them all. 9, we made direct amends to such people wherever possible, except when to do so would injure them or others. 10, we continued to take personal inventory, and when we were wrong, promptly admitted it. 11, we sought through prayer and meditation to improve our conscious contact with God as we understood him, praying only for a knowledge of his will for us and the power to carry that out. 12, having had a spiritual awakening as a result of these steps, we tried to carry this message to addicts and practice these principles in all of our affairs.
You knew about heart. Come on, dude.
I could. I did find my glasses too. This sounds like a big order, and we can't do it all at once. We didn't become addicted one day, so remember, easy does it. There's one thing more than anything else that will defeat us in our recovery. This is an attitude of indifference or intolerance towards spiritual principles. 3 of these that are indispensable are honesty, open-mindedness, and willingness. With these, we are well on our way. We feel that our approach to the disease of addiction is completely realistic, for the therapeutic value of one addict helping another is without parallel. We feel that our way is practical, for one addict can best understand and help another addict. We believe that the sooner we face our problems within our society and everyday living, just that much faster do we become acceptable, responsible, and productive members of that society. The only way to keep from returning to active addiction is not to take the first drug. If you are like us, you know that 1 is too many and 1,000 is never enough. We put great emphasis on this, but we know that when we use drugs in one form or another, or substitute one for another, or whatever, we release our addiction all over again. Thinking of alcohol as different from other drugs has caused a great many addicts to relapse. Before coming to NA, many of us viewed alcohol separately, but we cannot afford to be confused about this. Alcohol is a drug. We are people with a disease of addiction who must abstain from all drugs in order to recover. End scene.
Okay. Thank you, Chris. Sorry for the slowdown there, buddy, but you were right there with it. All right, so tonight, as I said, we've got 4 great speakers. Looking forward to each of these members sharing their experience, and Louis is going to introduce our first speaker.